What is going on, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone in the YouTube world. Welcome back to the channel and Merry Christmas. It is getting really close to Christmas and I am super excited. So as you have seen on the channel, we just got off the Utopia of the Seas, and today we're going to be ranking the bars and all the drinks that we had on the Utopia of the Seas. We're going to base it on the drinks, the service, and the ambiance. So lots of things to discuss. So this list today about the bars and the drinks is in no particular order. I will tell you at the end of the video which is my favorite, well, I guess my top 3 drinks at the Utopia of the Seas. Please keep in mind that this is my opinion only, so I am not wrong, I am not right. If you guys have any other comments, please leave it below and I will answer. I do answer every single comment. And one last thing is that there are a total of 13 bars in the Utopia of the Seas. So again, I'm gonna leave a link below for all of the bars available on the cheat sheet that I was talking about last episode. I took it with me on the ship and it was really easy to categorize what I've done and what I have not done yet. So let's get on with the video, and in no particular order, let's start with the first bar. We're going to talk a little bit about the Bell and Barley on deck 5 right there in the promenade. Such a great location. I really love this bar because of the cozy vibes. It was classy, the lights were dimmed down. So Bell and Barley, I give it an overall 4 out of 5. Just because the drink that I ordered was actually a old fashioned, very strong. I really love the drink, and I love my strong drinks. I did not like a lot of the watered down drinks on other bars that we're going to discuss later. The next bar that we're going to get into is Boleros. So that one is also on deck 5 in the promenade, and I love this space because of all the dancing and all the good vibes that I always was walking across and just seeing people dance and have a great time. But anyways, at the bar I get a coconut mojito. Really delicious. Had like 2 different kinds of rums and a little bit on the sugary side for the drink, but otherwise I love the seating in there. I love the Latin vibes, and I think I'm gonna give this bar an overall 3 out of 5. Now the next bar we are going to talk about is Cantina Fresca, which is literally next to El Loco Fresh. You're going to find it easily there on deck 15 at the very back of the ship. I love the location of this because all the sports things were there to do. Lots of people walking in and out of that area. It was an outdoor bar, so they do have a cover, and if it rains you will not get wet. Now at Cantina Fresca I did have the margarita on the rocks, which was a fabulous choice because it was so strong, so delicious. It was actually one of my favorite drinks, so I would recommend getting that one. Overall I would give it a 4 out of 5 because of the drinks, the ambiance, and the service. I love the bartenders there. Up next we have the Pesky Parrot right there on deck 5 also. And this is a brand new bar introduced into Royal Caribbean. It is only on the Utopia of the Seas. And let me tell you, I think this has to be my favorite bar, the Pesky Parrot. I love the tropical vibe. I love the talking parrots. I love the seating, the ambiance, the lighting was really cool. It was a lot of tropical colors. I ordered a tequila drink. It was called a Tequila Zombie. That drink was fabulous. It was very strong as well. I feel like I got my money's worth on that one. So overall, as being my favorite bar, of course I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Up next on my list is Rising Tides Bar, and this is located, well, you could say anywhere between deck 5 and deck 8. So this bar literally moves up and down, I think every 30 minutes if I remember correctly. And there was very limited seating, but the space is absolutely beautiful. I ordered the Desert Pear Margarita and it was delicious. I give the drink a 4 out of 5, and I think I gave the whole space of Rising Tides Bar a 4 out of 5. It is very unique. I've never been on anything like it because it moves up and down very slowly, so you don't feel a single thing. But beautiful space, just a place to calm down, sit down, enjoy the ride, and I would go again. The next bar that we're going to talk about is Schooner Bar, or maybe you could say it Schooner Bar. I'm not sure, so leave me a comment below so we can discuss how do you actually say that name. But anyways, this bar has a beautiful nautical feel. It is right above the promenade, so it gives you a good view below. I love the decorations. Again, it had like artifacts, cool artwork. I really love this bar, and it was never packed every single time I went here, and I went a handful of times. So would I recommend it? Of course I would. I actually ordered the marshmallow old fashioned, a really delicious drink with a hint of marshmallow. So overall, I would give this bar a 3 out of 5. I think this is one of the bars where I ordered a cocktail and it had too many syrups for my liking, and it was very sweet. But nonetheless, the space is very beautiful. Now up next is the Solarium Bar, located at the very front of the ship, I believe on deck 15. Now the whole Solarium area is a very beautiful area. I loved hanging out there, just getting a beach chair, just sitting in the cover. You feel a little bit of warmth in the area, but nonetheless, I went to go get a drink at the Solarium Bar. They had the typical menu with just the basic drinks, so not a fan of what they had to offer there, but the views from there are absolutely amazing. Now I will tell you that this area was always packed and I had to wait about 10 minutes to get a drink. So you got to be patient. You might not even find seating, but it's up to you. I love the area, so I was willing to wait. Now the day that I boarded the Utopia of the Seas, I went to the Solarium and got my very first drink here, which was the lime and coconut. And honestly, in my opinion, it was too sugary and had too many syrups, so I didn't like it very much. Overall though, the whole place, I give it a 3 out of 5. Now the Spotlight Karaoke is the next bar that we're going to talk about. I love the space for what it is. It's a trivia area and there was like a little bit of singing and dancing at different times. But nonetheless, they had a bar right there. And I got the Kentucky Summer, I believe. Again, a very sugary drink. Wasn't my favorite. Overall, I give the space a 3 out of 5. And it's not my first option, but I would go back and enjoy some trivia if I would like to. Next up is the Attic, which is a comedy club on deck 4. I barely spent any time here and I just wanted to grab a quick drink. In my experience, the bartenders were so-so. They didn't give me too much attention, but nonetheless, there was never a wait there. And I got a drink with the same old menu. I had the Mezcal Mule here at the Attic, and again, it wasn't anything to my taste. It was just too sugary with too many syrups, and that's where I feel like Royal Caribbean is lacking just a little bit. So not my favorite space. I wouldn't recommend going to the Attic at all, really, unless you love comedy, which was not playing too often as I thought it would have been, but I attended one show and it was okay. So overall, I give the bar a 1 out of 5. Now let's talk about the Lime and Coconut Bar on deck 15 and 16. So this is the only 2-story bar on the Utopia of the Seas. Now this was one of the very few bars where I must say I felt like it was understaffed, because we did wait the longest at this bar to get a drink. Now it does feed all the pool areas, so very busy, and then you had a bunch of bartenders running around to get orders, which is fine, but once you walk up to the bar, it will take a while. So just be aware, again, especially on sea days when it's extremely busy. I'm not sure how it's then, but on my day at the Bahamas, it was very busy and still there were a lot of people off of the ship. So I ordered the sangria, and again, it was very watered down. It actually just tastes like some kind of juice, like apple juice, whatever it was. I did not taste the alcohol at all. So I did see that they poured a very little shot. And again, I would expect a little more for $16.52, but not my favorite bar. I would probably give it a 2 out of 5, and that is a stretch. Up next is the Trellis Bar, and let me tell you, this is a beautiful space just because it is located in Central Park. I love the whole area because of the live music, especially at nighttime with all the lighting. It just really felt like you were in a park, like somewhere on land, not on a ship. And it was very relaxed and very quiet. So you don't want to make too much noise here, but overall, I would give it a 4 out of 5. Has to be in my top 3 favorite bars on the Utopia of the Seas. Now the next bar is the Vue Bar on deck 15. This was an indoor-outdoor bar and right next to the Solarium. So it was really cool because it was like literally hanging right off the ship. So you had one of the best views that you can get of the ocean or any island you're at. So I love this area. I only went there one time. So at the Vue Bar, I had the Passion Spritz and it just had the right amount of sweetness. I love the drink. And again, it was a $16.52 drink. Little on the pricey side, but I enjoyed it and I loved the overall space. So again, I give it a 4 out of 5. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the Wipeout Bar on deck 15 at the very back of the ship. So this bar is right across from the Abyss slide, which is a dry slide, by the way. And I had the shaved ice with, I think, 1 or 2 shots in it. So it came out to $16.52 as well. So you ate it with a spoon. It was fun. It was creative. Overall, though, it had too many syrups and I give it a 2 out of 5. I think I give the whole space a 3 out of 5. just saying that it fed the back of the ship where there were more kids and just more activity, so nobody came to this bar. I didn't have to wait at all. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I would tell you my 3 top drinks that you must try on the Utopia of the Seas. So let's start with number 1. So my number 1 is a margarita on the rocks from Cantina Fresca. My number 2 has to be the tequila zombie at the Pesky Parrot. And my number 3 has to be the marshmallow old fashioned at the Schooner Bar. So before we end the video, I do have a hot take about my overall opinion on the drinks for Utopia of the Seas. So the overall majority of the drinks on the Utopia of the Seas, and I'm just talking about the cocktails, is that they are too watered down, they use too many syrups, they were too pricey, and I don't think they were worth it, unfortunately. So definitely I'm never gonna buy a drink package there on the Utopia of the Seas, but I will someday when I do go back. I'd love to just buy individual drinks at my favorite bars. And there you go. I hope you found some kind of value in my opinion on the Utopia of the Seas bars. Please like and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think? What do you like? What do you not like? And we can discuss in the comments below. So again, guys, I hope you really enjoyed it. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone in the YouTube world. Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, thanks for watching. Honestly, thank you guys so much. And we will see you guys on the next one.